if you're trying to build rapport with somebody, the best way to do that is to ask 2 to 3 questions and then relate. 2 to 3 more questions and then relate. So questions are simple. What are you up to, Derek? How's your day been going?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Like at that project that you're working on that's kind of going off the rails, are you doing all right with that?
Yeah, I think so. We're having some issues, but I think we're going to make through it.
Nice. How you feeling about it? Like, are you struggling with it at all?
Yeah, I see what you're doing here. Yeah, I mean, we have some risks over in the other team, but I think we'll be okay.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I had a project that was kind of really similar last month. Like it felt like it was turning into a mess. And honestly, I lost sleep over it a couple of nights. It was crazy. What's coming down the pipe for you? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So like, you take it from like a surface level and each question gets you like a little closer and a little deeper. And then as you get closer and deeper, you relate to them on a point. And what that does is a couple of things. The analogy that I like to think about is, it's kind of funny, a weird analogy, but it's like reeling in a fish. Like you cast your line and then you crank the reel, you crank the reel, you crank the reel, and then you let the line back out. And then you crank the reel and crank the reel and crank the reel, and then you let the line back out. And what you're doing is you're bringing that fish closer. You're bringing them closer with every crank of the line, and then letting it back out gives space. Mm-hmm. And now you're in like a new paradigm. And with every question, with every crank, you get a little bit closer. And so the idea, and again, this does not come from a disingenuous place. The best way to do this is from a genuine place in work. If you're a CIA agent, maybe you're pretending to be someone, you can manipulate them. But in work, be genuine. Because it has these beautiful benefits. One is like when people ask you questions, it's so easy to have a conversation when people ask you questions. People love talking about themselves. Mm-hmm. And not only do they love talking about themselves, if you go deep on a topic with them, you're showing that you care. You're engaged in the conversation. Oh, that project going poorly? Like, what's going wrong with it? This. How does that make you feel? You know what I mean? You're like, you're getting closer and closer to them, like with every question. And then as you're really close, then you relate to them and it kind of like binds that relationship a little bit.